Welcome to New Orleans, ladies and gentlemen, for this Raw review. Yeah, like I'm in New Orleans. I wish I was. It'd be nice to be in a different type of venue in this rotten apartment. But let's take away from that and go to this Raw. It was terrible. The key of this entire Raw was the talking. There was so much talking on this Raw. It was worse than last week. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that they could top the amount of talking they did last week. But they did. And that's what killed the show for me. When it came to the opening of the show, way too much talking. If they left it to 5 minutes, this would have been so palatable. And the lumberjack match between John Cena and Seth Rollins would have been more okay. But it was too much for me. I got tired. And the key of that lumberjack match that made it really garbagey for me. Why couldn't Seth just win? This is the problem I see with Seth Rollins right now. He loses because he wins. Because he's got to constantly have someone to protect him. Constantly have someone to take care of him. Constantly have someone to take the problem away. It makes him look like a bitch. There's going to be a point where Seth Rollins has to win. And I don't see that anymore. Seth used to be here. This is the bottom. He's this close to the bottom right now. I'm telling you right now, Seth is a lost cause right now. Because he's only a plot device now. It's the reason why he's jobbing so much. And I know you're going to say, dude, how is he jobbing? He's winning. Come on. The man can't win a match by himself anymore. They've done this way too much with him, so I really don't give a fuck. Now, New Day versus, I'm not fond of New Day as it is. Like I said before in one of my reviews, they could still get over even though this is a shitty gimmick. They should be, and Booker T said this clearly in the very beginning when he was up against Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. There's something going on here. This is bullshit. I don't trust them. I think they're doing something else. You know what? Why doesn't WWE play on that and let them turn fucking heel and do their job? Be fucking heels. But we still get them as faces. And now seeing Adam Rose interjected into this stupidness. I really don't care. It is boring the hell out of me. Adam Rose has now become totally boring and irrelevant. Cesaro has become boring and irrelevant. The only one that's doing something is Tyson Kidd, and I'll be explaining that in a minute. Might as well explain it now. Paige versus Brie with Natalya and Tyson and along with Nikki. The thing that's not making it clear for this situation. And I just went from that tag match to this because I just want to get it over with. The problem that you see I'm botching because it's frustrating me. The problem I see that the WWE is with this stupidness. It's hard enough that Total Divas is out in charge. That's the reason why they're doing this. But until you do something serious on SmackDown or Raw, particularly Raw, you need to show some video footage of Tyson Kidd doing something. By the commentators saying, why is he jumping into the ring? While Paige is with Brie, is the most stupidest thing you can do. You need some video footage to go with this so people will understand this. Just because Nikki got caught by him twice, it's not enough. It isn't. It's making no sense. If you're going to say Tyson Kidd is going on the side of the Bries and the Nikkis and the Bellas, it would make perfect sense if you play video from the last week and the week before to make sense of it. And maybe having Nikki talk with Tyson Kidd will actually make it even more interesting. This is stupid. It is. This is a stupid little thing they're doing with the Total Divas. And that leads me into... I'm hoping Naomi gets something out of this. Because if she's not getting anything out of this by the time WrestleMania comes around, it's stupid. Naomi versus a foxy lady. And and Alicia Fox with one arm tied behind her back because of the boss's wife. Well, actually, the wife is the boss. I said that a long time ago. She's the boss. Unless something comes of this, this is really stupid. Just because the Usos tweeted out, well, they don't like what's going on, it's just bullshit, because of the authority, Naomi's the one who pays the price. Now, I understand this if Naomi is going to get a shot eventually against the Divas and win it. She's no longer on Total Divas. If they focus on her, they will give us a huge different dynamic. She's never been champion. The crowd does like her to a certain extent. She's with the Usos. If she's with the champs and she holds the Divas title, it would give some traction for her, something for Jimmy, and something for Jay. And going into that, Jay versus The Miz, which I didn't really care that much about. And here's a problem. Mizdow is beginning to lose traction. If they do not do something before February, or at least at February, this is going to be stupid. If they wait until March to actually show him splitting with The Miz, the WWE misses the opportunity to make him a face and make him a monster. They need 2 months to build into this. But the way WWE is, they always rush the shit. So I don't see anything good for Damien Mizdow right now. I just don't. But I will say it was a little funny seeing them do this little bit talking about, well, the Golden Globes go to George Clooney, my best friend George. And then Mizdow was saying, you know what? I'm doing a special project. I had put cameras in your home, Miz, for the last 6 months. And I've had you recorded. And it will be shown on Thursday night on SmackDown. Which is stupid. I had to say that. I had to throw that in. All night, Thursday night, SmackDown. Thursday night, SmackDown. Stupid promo. Stupid advertisement. Stupid. And another thing that's stupid. Ugh, calm. Dean Ambrose with the psychiatrist. I'm sorry, I didn't find it good. It was not that good. If this was done a couple of weeks ago and it built up, I would understand. If it was more than one session, but one time, it was stupid. I did not like it. If no one likes that, I understand. I'm sorry, I did not like it. It was stupid. The two things that felt irrelevant in the show. One, the Ascension against some jobbers. It would have been better if they went on someone who was on the main roster. It could have been Goldust and Stardust. It could have been New Day. It could have been Adam Rose and the fucking Bunny. I wouldn't care. But jobbers again, I don't think it's really necessary now. I really don't. I really believe they need to go up against some more credible teams. That's how I feel about it. I just do. Let them go up against Goldust and Stardust again. I think they went up against them once so far on Raw. It will make sense. No, sorry, my mistake. They didn't go up against Goldust and Stardust. They went up against Miz and Mizdow. But put them up against the Dust Brothers. I'm just saying. The second thing that was irrelevant, Bray Wyatt's promo segment. Even though they did show about the ambulance match, it felt irrelevant. 100%. It was ugly. How irrelevant it felt to me. He is near the bottom right now. He's a bottom feeder now. If he isn't a bottom feeder, he's this close to becoming one. No matter how many times people keep pulling out their cell phones and putting the light on, it doesn't mean he's up. It doesn't. And even though he spoke well, there's nothing there. And that makes me very sad. Macho Man Randy Savage, oh yeah, is now going to be in the Hall of Fame. I will be doing a debate of the week on him next. Please watch for that. But I do not want to talk about it now. I just want to mention it. And my debate of the week, that is next. Rusev versus Dean Ambrose. Now, this was a very surprising thing that Rusev wins because Dean's knee is completely screwed up. In a sense, Dean did not job here, but he did. Because Dean is not doing that well. He isn't. Seeing him having to job technically may have protected him to a certain extent, but I don't believe it was better. It would have been better if they had a count out. Better yet, they should have never gone to that knee at all. I just didn't like it. Doesn't mean it's a totally bad angle. Because if he still has the knee problems by the time he goes in the Royal Rumble and he wins it, it would be interesting. And I may do a debate of the week on who could be the Royal Rumble winner. I am considering it. Finally, the one I'm going to talk about, if I'm missing anything, I'm sorry. The contract signing, which is the main focus of the show. They went through the entire thing from the beginning of the show to the middle of the show with Paul Heyman and Brock at the end, at that point, and then now. It was past 11:06 by the time this happened. And this lasted until about 11:20. The WWE has been doing these overruns way too often, and it feels so routine, it's very boring. But worse yet, all this talking. You could have cut out the beginning of the show's talking for 15 minutes and done 10 minutes of talking here, which would have been more focused and controlled. It was just all over the place to me. It just didn't feel right. Hearing Seth talk too damn long. Hearing Paul Heyman talk was too much. Hearing Brock, who should not talk at all, was too much. Hearing John Cena talk was stupid. They all talked too damn much. And then at the end, you finally put over Seth Rollins by letting him curb stomp John Cena and let him curb stomp Brock Lesnar to try and get him over, when you could have done something better with him when he went up against John Cena. He could have won against him. This is where the show just fell apart for me completely. The contract signing was too long. Seth Rollins curb stomping John Cena and the Brock. Here, when that could have been put over at the beginning of the show, when he could have won against John Cena instead of having the entire Lumberjacks help him. It was dumb. This show was terrible. I don't even know if we're about to go into the Royal Rumble next week or the week after. As far as I know, we still have time. Maybe a week or two. But to be honest, this was not good. Now, I'm kind of hoping that Naomi is going to get something out of this when she was dealing with Fox. The Ascension, I really hope they deal with someone. New Day sucks. I don't see a lot of good stuff going on with the WWE. But I will say that it's different. Well, not different. It is, they didn't want to give up Rusev, and they were willing to job out, in a sense, a Dean Ambrose, even though he did not job. I just don't know exactly where the WWE is going here. It just seems really bad. But you guys tell me below. I hope you enjoyed the Zane view. Please give me a comment below. Tell me how you feel about the show, if the music is doing well, if I'm missing something. And I will be getting my debate of the week on Macho Man next. Have a good day and have a good night. Peace out!